Yo.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get straight to it, man.
So
what?
I had a great start too.
Had a great start?
Yeah, great start.
We did, man, but we back.
We back.
1% Better Show, we in the building.
Yes, sir.
The gang is here. Alexander Blanc is in the building.
Mr. J Hill is here.
Yes, sir, I am. Shout out to everybody that subscribed to the network, that subscribed to the show, that's been following the show, that's followers of the show, that support the show. We appreciate you guys for real. But if you want to support the show even more, you know you can stop being stingy, you little stingy bastards, and give us some donations, man. You can Cash App, Zelle, Cash App, Zelle, PayPal. You can do all of that. Make sure you once you do something, you can leave like a name or something in the notes so we can give you a shout out. And matter of fact, 7 is here too. Can you pass me that?
Shout out to 7
Thank
in the
you,
building.
brother. Shout out to 7 in the building. I just want to let you guys know.
I just want to let you know. 7 hasn't stopped throwing up the hook since he's been here.
Shout out to
congratulations, 7.
Congratulations to the big dog.
Yes, sir.
Yo, for all of the supporters, man, that been here from day one, I just want to say we did it. We got the 100,000. What is it? 100,000 subscribers, right? Mm-hmm. We got 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys, man. It means a lot. And, you know, we just want to keep going, man. We want to get the gold one next.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
What's the gold one? Is it 500,000 or a million?
I think it's 1 million.
Damn. Yeah. That's like, who drew up the tiers? Because that don't make no sense. You go from 100,000 million.
It might be 500,000. I'm not sure.
I was going to say, okay.
I don't know. You can Google it. I don't know. Look it up. We get a Google. Somebody check that if y'all don't mind. It might be 500,000.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, how you feeling, bro? How was your week, man? Talk to me.
It's been good, man. Can't complain. Had a long weekend back home. Well, you know, it was there. But it was good, bro. And we had a good launch for work. All that project I've been working on for months now finally launched today. So see the fruit of our labor.
Congratulations. How does that feel when things like that happen for work?
I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I felt like God put it on my heart to send just like a 5-minute message to my boss. We were just talking about anxiety, and I was very vulnerable about like how I felt over the last few months around the project and things of that nature. And he received it really well.
That's
like
good.
You know, he was just like, bro, you don't understand how God is using you in this season. And I think a lot of times we were talking about in the last episode about being the best role player, but a lot of times we think that we only serve one purpose and we're only supposed to be here for one way, but God could be using you in a multitude of ways. And I think that situation kind of showed me like, bro, you're called here for more than one thing. So you need to be a leader in all of those aspects as opposed to just one thing. So, but it was good.
100%. Anybody check? Was it 500,000 or a million? No, they ain't checking. We say they was up here. They was upstairs asleep. They ain't come over here to help. They came over here to be asleep.
Just to watch.
Yeah, anybody check? No, I thought I asked people to check. Like, is it 500 or a million? What's the next time you get a plaque for YouTube?
Oh man.
But yeah.
What about you? How are you?
My week was pretty good, bro. Well, this week did start off slow. Last week was really good.
This week was slow?
Yeah, for me. Last week was really good because I came back on Monday and I didn't really do nothing on Monday. And you know, I like to get my runs in. I like to get my my workouts in. But I mean, even coming back on Monday, I didn't do anything on Monday. My Tuesday and Wednesday was really good. But what I will say is,
what? Devious ass laugh was that?
No, because I be thinking about things. It be true though. So like for me, I feel like my life is shaped in a way where everything happens throughout the day to tell me to not do something. And I still be getting it done. It feel good. At the end of the day, it feel good. But going through it be stressful as hell. It's like, yo, like my day will be set up like I got to do this, do that. And whole time I got to work out or do some clips. And it'd be like just set up for me not to do it. It'd be like, bro, you don't have to work out. Like that's how I be set up. But it'd be like, nah, I'm a force.
You're still gonna do it.
I think that's what we should get. If I can give any advice, not really advice, for people, like if you're somebody who are easily swayed or easily swayed to stop or not to be as productive, don't allow that negative voice. That's what all it is, the devil. Don't allow the devil to win. Because a lot of times something happen, it's really to throw you off your pivot. And it's easy because it's understandable. It's like, you know what? This happened. I don't need to work out. This happened. I don't need to do this. And that could be understandable, but I promise you, it'll feel so much better if you continue to go on your path and do what you said you was going to do.
No, that's good because I remember hearing one time that somebody said, what the devil can't destroy, he'll delay. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, because it's like, all right, I can't stop this person completely. Like, I'm going to just try to delay and push them off. You know what I'm saying? And procrastination is the biggest form of that. A lot of people deal with that during the season. So it's interesting that you brought that up.
So yeah, that
I did
has
get
happened.
your answer.
That has happened a lot.
I did get your answer because
what is it, 500?
we working over here.
Oh, it's $1 million. See, come on, guys.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
there we go, guys.
And then you get Diamond at 10 million subscribers.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, so we got it. So we get a gold one at $1 million. So shit, we got a long way to go.
Y'all better get the subscriber, my niggas. Come on, tell a friend to tell a friend.
No,
if each of y'all tell 10 friends, we'll get somewhere.
Yeah, nah, man. But speaking of going back home and stuff, we was talking about it was a conversation that we was having because me and E had gotten into it about what was the actual conversation around.
You are hilarious.
I'm not hilarious, bro. I be dead ass serious. I need you to understand that.
Y'all both were dead ass serious.
Stop saying I'm hilarious. I'm dead ass.
Y'all both were dead ass. That's why I said it was hilarious because it was just the worst time ever. But
do we go into the all right? So
y'all don't have to go into the whole conversation, but essentially,
basically,
it was E's birthday.
Yep.
E got some sections.
Mm-hmm. I came to DC with some homies.
He came with DC. He didn't tell E that he was bringing the additional people.
Mm-hmm.
E felt some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason that he didn't communicate to you, though.
Yeah, and I feel like, because wait, the way you even said it, I feel like the world's listening to, like, yeah, y'all would have been upset too. Like, no, first of all, it's the club.
Okay.
It's the club.
But we said section. I said section.
Yeah, you invite me to a club for your birthday, an hour away from where I live at. So, yeah, I'm coming with somebody. Like, why wouldn't I come with somebody? It's an hour away, and the club is at night. The club is over at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh, so you're a selfish friend. You expect me to drive all the way an hour away to a club that ends at 4 o'clock in the morning to drive back by myself? Are you serious? Don't give me time to think about it. Because now I think about, I ain't even think about this then.
I don't have this for me now. You better keep your argument the same.
No, because now I'm thinking about, like, what friend would want you to do that? So cool. So what happened was I had somebody with me and I had a cameraman. Mm-hmm. So E is livid, like, bro, like, you ain't tell me, like, you got to give me $200 per person. And I'm like, huh? 200, like, what? And my thing was, I do understand, like, yo, bringing people unannounced, cool, I get that. Mm-hmm. But it's a way in which you deal with things.
We talked about it.
My nigga, you don't yell at me. First of all, I'm a man. I got ego and pride too. I can fight too. What you talking about? So, you ain't about to yell at me in front of my peoples and think it's about to be okay. Now you make it all complicated for my situation, our situation. Whole time, I had to pay for the cameraman for yo shit. I ain't even take no damn pictures. I ain't post no pictures.
I ain't even see no pictures.
This shit was for you. I had to pay the cameraman for you. And so I'm like, yo, first of all, bro, if it's a problem, bro, you just come to the side and you let me know, and I could deal with my people how I deal with my people. Because if it was an issue, you come to me and I'll be like, yo, either wait for me or, yo, give me a second. But at the same time, I'm looking at it like it's a club, bro. So, like, they don't have to be at your section if it's an issue. Mm-hmm. They can play the bar. I can be at the section. You don't know. They could be okay with that. So to just jump out there on me, I'm like, damn, bro. First of all, in my mind, I'm like, I'm trying to add to the situation.
What you did.
And I'm like, damn, like, you jumping down my throat. And I'm like, yo, what I didn't like was, it's like, bro, I don't like when people look at me in a certain light. Because I'm never looking like that. Like, I'm never, like, automatically thinking the worst. You know what I'm trying to say? So, like, that's the part I didn't like about it. But I guess I understand what it is. But even that, it's just hard to understand. Because, like, yeah, if you're talking about somebody's house, cool. Don't just bring it to my house. Ask me. You get what I'm trying to say? Yo, you talking about the club, bro.
Yeah,
This ain't drink none of your liquor, none of that. Like, the club, bro.
They didn't.
I don't know. I don't think I think maybe because they forced me to drink. I ain't want to drink. Yeah. Like, Jay, I'm like, leave me alone. I'm sleepy. Like,
no,
it's 3 o'clock in the morning.
At that point, we were over it. Like, you were over it. You was just like, man, I'm ready to go. It was late.
I've been at the Preakness all day.
Yeah.
Like, I come in my suit, the same suit I had on. I had to take the place off.
Jay talking about I got on pistachio. But you buried the lead a little bit. You buried the lead a little bit. I think that exchange altogether was just awkward. You know, he's somebody that he doesn't like the B word. We throw the B word around.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
But that started that. That's what kind of started the whole situation.
Man, he was on one. I call his ass right the fuck now. Yo, I say something, bitch ass. He say, yo, you don't call me that, da-da-da.
He don't like that, though.
And but my thing is cool.
My thing, no, I agree. But that's something we around the neighborhood.
So let's fight then.
We talk.
So
like
let's fight.
We talk
so
like
that. So
that.
let's fight then.
But
what happened was.
But he don't talk like that.
But what did I say? I say my bad. If I played with you in any way, right? And like, because what I don't like is when people try to gaslight me or try to like, what's the word? Like, they try to make you feel like manipulate the situation, like you ain't do something that you did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not no fool. You feel me? And because I don't like that, when he brought it up, the first thing I said was my bad. I'm not about to like, I'm not even gonna play with you like that because I'm like, yo, honestly, I don't even know why I've been starting to say that. I don't even do that myself, to be honest, right? So I'm like, all right, maybe this is a little joke I've been doing recently. But the first thing I said was my bad. I ain't say, bro, you being soft, bro. Why you acting like that? The first thing I said was my bad. So now you want to keep on saying something about it. Now it's like, oh, now you want to sing. Now I want to fight because now you're trying to embarrass me. Because like, bro, as a man, I said my bad. Like, I don't know what else you want from me. Like, what more do you want from, like, bro, I said something like, yo, for real, bro, I don't even play like that. You right, bro, my bad. Because I don't play like that. I don't even know where I got this shit from.
Where did you get? Wait, let's ask that question. Where did you get this shit from? Who you been talking to?
I don't know what the fuck
you been throwing around bitches recently. I'm like, what been doing that?
Right, that's not even my
throwing it around.
So, but that's why when he said it, I didn't have to fight. I ain't had to beat around the bush. The first thing I said was my bad, bro. Because I don't even know. We don't even do that. Like, don't even call me dummy. Like, I don't even like that. So when I said my bad, he wanted, nah, bro, because da-da-da. I'm like, bro. So let me ask you this then. Is it a certain time limit that we have to stay on a argument or disagreement for you to understand that I get it? Like, is it a certain way I need to? I'm curious, not for real. Is there a certain way I need to apologize? Because I think he thought I was trying to like throw it under the bus or push it on the rug. When I genuinely meant my bad, I apologize.
You know how like you could like just switch and be going like you over it, like it's like I address it, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I think he's not around you enough to understand that like that's Jay. So like I can understand like all right, cool, like you're because I'm around you, that's how you process it. Okay. You took it into consideration, you acknowledge it, you received it, cool. Now I'm on to the next thing. Like what's up? We about to turn up, da 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 da. But I think there was a lot of factors in that situation. Okay. One, y'all both had alcohol in your system. Y'all weren't drunk, but y'all had alcohol in your system. That heightens emotions. Mm-hmm. But then also context wise. And we talked about it afterwards, projection, right? He was already upset about something else. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because there was a situation, a circumstance that he was already upset about, this came literally minutes after he found out that the pregame can't happen. Okay. And in his mind, he's like, bro, I've been asking people about the pregame. It's his birthday, too. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like, all right, all my plans not going according to the plan. And then, boom. Now, to your defense, we had a conversation. I mean, we have it on camera, but we had a conversation. There's a time for everything and how you go about it. And he acknowledged that. I don't know if he had a conversation with you just yet, but he acknowledged that, like, the next day when I talked to him, I was like, hey, bro, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do that in front of them. He accepted, like, nah, you're right. I was tripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I felt how I felt, but he was like, but you know, but I was like, yeah, but that doesn't justify that it's right. He was like, you know, I'm somebody that he is that. He's always been that. He addresses it right then and there, but he doesn't hold grudges. So once he addresses it, it's over with. Like, literally, it would have been going to, that's just him his entire life. Mm-hmm. But understanding, like, for him, everybody doesn't operate that way. And it was just kind of interesting because it made me just think about we could jump into the topic of, like, the conversation of etiquette
Before
overall.
We jump into the etiquette conversation, though, because that's a great topic. But I am curious to know, because I do that. Like, how, like, I'm in and out of my emotions, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm also curious because you wouldn't know that I process it in my mind, and I genuinely mean that I apologize, and I don't want somebody to feel like I'm just trying to brush something under the rug when I really, like, in my mind, it's like, bro, no, like, you are totally right. That could be a conversation. Is it a way to apologize almost? Like, how do you truly let somebody know that you genuinely mean it? It's like, because in my mind, I'm thinking I could just be saying, I'm sorry. I don't have to be like, yo, my bad, you're right, let's have a conversation. And if we came here to turn up, like, how long do we stay on this until we go into the purpose of us being here, if that makes sense?
I guess it's tone, though. Like, okay. Just adjusting the tone, because one thing I would say it did still sound like when you apologized, it was playful from my perspective. So maybe because it sounded a little bit playful, he was like, do you hear me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a difference between, like, I guess listening and hearing or something like that. But it was like, are you listening to what I'm saying? Like, are you comprehending, essentially, right? Okay. So, like, in his mind, I guess he's trying to ration out, like, do you comprehend what I'm saying in this moment? And because the tone is like, no, I get it. But you're saying, like, I get it. But in his mind, it just was a disconnect between comprehension in the action, the impact of what your intent was.
Okay.
So I'm not necessarily saying there's a duration that you have to have from apology to the reception, but I do think that both parties, him too, from a reception, not drag it though. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't drag and just like make you feel bad, because there's a difference that becomes abusive, where it's like you're trying to make somebody feel bad and understand it, things of that nature. But it's like if somebody takes accountability right then and there is a level of respect that like, okay, bro, you took accountability. Now on your side, it's like intent versus impact, right? Mm-hmm. Your intent in that moment was, I'm gonna address it. My bad. Let's move on. The impact may not have hit the way that you intended though, but that's just a conversation of two different people in their styles though.
And I guess that's another conversation, because who's to say when to move on?
That's tough. I don't have that answer though.
Yeah, like it's like, because I do understand that, like, just because you're over it don't mean I have to be over right now. Mm-hmm. And just because you apologize don't mean I need to accept it right now. It's like,
but that's as men, how do we do that though? Because like, there's no right answer, I don't think. You know what I mean? Because like you just said, one thing men don't, we take accountability, but how often do we apologize in the way that you did in that night, right? Mm-hmm. So because it may be something that's so foreign, in that way, that immediate, because we're so used to ego and pride, I think that sometimes, and I can't speak for him because he's not here, you know what I mean? Sometimes we just think that like, oh, he's just brushing us off. Yeah. Or like, you know how like
you say you apologize, you saying it to shut me up. You don't really mean it. You really
like,
just
you know what I'm saying? You just trying to shut me up right now, and that's again intention versus impact. Yeah. But I think that also has something to say with tone and delivery. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, you stop everything in that moment. You know what, bro? My bad. Yeah. My bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Versus, all right, bro, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like, and I don't know if that was what he received. Again, you probably have to ask him
because it was quick. Because again, you gotta understand, like, this is something that, like, I don't know. Me and my friend, we don't call each other bitches. Like, bitch ass nigga is probably not me calling you a bitch, but we don't. That's something that we don't
say
do.
bitch ass niggas though. Well, I'm not gonna lie. Me and my friends do say that amongst
our
group.
Me and my friend, we never really even said that. Like, more recently, maybe because it's like a saying more so than me calling you a bitch nigga or a bitch. But like, yeah, me and my friends never even had that whole, like, that was never in our vocabulary.
But even with that, bro, because now we're just having a conversation of tone and delivery.
But I say that to say that was never in our vocabulary. So when he said it, it ain't take a while for me to register, because I'm like, oh, you right. Like, what am I doing? Like, that's in my mind. That's how it happened. I'm like, yeah, bro, my bad. Like, what the fuck? Like, yeah, like, I'm tripping. Like, it wasn't even. I didn't need no conversation around it, because I immediately registered. Like, you know what that remind me of? That's like, to me, that's a girl saying. That's a girl saying. You know, like niggas be want to adapt female sayings. Like, there's so many female sayings out here. Can't even think of them. Oh, give me a female saying. Clock that or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We would never adopt
that.
Yeah,
but no, I look at that as a female saying. So when he said it, I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? That's tea, basically. Like, man, shut what the fuck you talking about? That's how I looked at it. Mm-hmm. So that's why I was like, my bad. Because like, it might have been a little embarrassing to me too. Because I'm like, why am I calling a grown ass man a bitch? Like, what are you talking about? So I probably try to speak past it too, because I'm like, my bad. Like,
that was now I'm looking at my character.
Like, that was embarrassing. Like, oh, let's get past that. Like, oh, my bad, bro. I apologize. Like, and then you keep bringing it up. Now you making me realize. Now you making me face myself. Like, you feel like, oh, I said my bad. Leave it alone. Like, I want to get as far away from this as possible, and you want to keep bringing it up,
bro. That's real though, because see, we never understand what's going on internally on both sides.
Yeah,
that just speaks to the disconnect. That's good though, bro, because I think having this conversation, again, tone versus impact, because again, the conversation nowadays, like you say, in Baltimore City, niggas be calling each other the dummy and all that stuff. And nigga, when I first heard it in Baltimore City, I was like, the fuck who you calling the dummy? Like, what's going on?
Real talk, right? Real story. I'm going to society one day, right? Mm-hmm. And I don't know, like, I be having my shit on sometimes, and a nigga was like, oh, he's sweet. So when I'm from...
Sweet me, you sweet, nigga.
Yeah. So mind you, I'm by myself, bro. He like, oh, he's sweet. He just like sweet. I'm like, huh? What you mean? He like, now I'm saying, you look nice, bro.
Okay, like the shoes sweet or something.
Bro, I was like, nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Nigga turned up. Nigga said, you just like sweet, bro. I'm like, the fuck you talking to, nigga? Like,
but see, again,
hey, boy, nigga said you sweet.
Tone versus impact.
You want to fight me or something? I'm sweet. I'm gay. Like, what's up? I ain't know what you said.
Because I remember a nigga talking about some New Yorkers, right? And they were like, you good could mean 10 different things in New York.
Yeah.
Like, somebody could be like, you good? And it's like, are you all right?
Yeah.
Like, you good? Like, you know what I'm saying? But you could say it so many different ways, and it can mean a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
So I think that's cold, though. Niggas don't even be thinking about that.
Niggas say, you jive like sweet tonight.
Niggas say, you jive sweet. Because if a nigga really say another way, like, oh, nah, he's sweet.
Yeah.
Like, it mean you
We can get
soft.
him.
Like, you
Yeah.
going, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's a lick. That's
Yeah, lick.
basically like, yeah, oh, it's sweet over here. Like, boom.
All right.
Nigga,
All right. What you talking
he start
about?
rolling his shoulders.
No, I was dolo too. It threw. And sometimes,
But again, that's why though.
yo, damn, bro. It's so many conversations we got against. Cause now I'm thinking about it, bro. Like I feel like when I'm by myself, sometimes I don't have the discernment that I need. Because as crazy as it might sound, usually when you with a group of people, you turn up, right? When I'm by myself, that's when I like crash out in my mind. Cause it'd be like, nah, now you gotta, all that shit people we talking about, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? So like the nigga said it and I instantly went to like, what's up, bro? Like, like what's up with you, bro? But yeah, anyway, man, let's
Nigga, Jay, you not a crash out, but I can see you got that fuse though.
Nah, man, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm not a crash out, bro.
You not.
I'm not, man. I had to tell myself,
You're not a crash
yo,
out.
I think we got to do a better job at finding, understanding what's important in the moments where we can't see or hear anything else. Because it's been a couple of times where that has skipped past me, and I'm telling my friends about it as if it's cool or something, and my friends check me. Like one time I was at a gas station.
They're great friends. They're great fucking friends.
I'm at a gas station, and like I'm not even paying attention to nothing. I go to the gas to get my gas like regular. So I'm in the gas station and a dude is beside me. Like, mind you, I'm just not used to this type of behavior. The nigga is on the phone talking to his mans about me. On speaker though. And I'm just like, bro, you talking about like what are you like what's up with
This here?
Yes, bro, I ain't gonna lie. My mind went blank, bro. Like, but I already had my daughter. So like at this point, like my mind went blank and I'm like, yo, what? Like, bro, I didn't even know I cut you off to get, bro, it's mad other pumps open. Like, what are you talking about? So he like, I'm not talking to you. I'm like, nigga, you talking about me right beside me. Like, you think I'm a pussy or something? I'm not gonna lie, like, my mind, I don't even remember how everything happened. But he like, something like, bro, we can go outside, bro. We want to be arguing in the gas station, bro. Like, what's up with you? What you talking about, bro? So mind you, fast forward, I'm talking to the group chat. And niggas is like, bro, you got a daughter. Like, I just had my daughter. Nigga, like, bro, you just got a daughter, bro. You don't know what that man had. He had a gun or anything, bro. Like, you out here about to fight at a gas station. Mind you, I'm thinking of
They about to get you, hype you up.
Sit your goofy ass.
Nigga.
Niggas is like, boy.
But again, that's that conversation that we have. Those are your real friends.
Yeah.
Those are real
niggas
friends,
like, bro, you got more to live for. You arguing with a nigga at a gas station. But in my mind, is just, again, that's why I say we got to do a better job at understanding what we have to lose in the moments where we can't realize anything. You know what I'm saying? Because at that moment, I didn't know nothing else existed but me and him. Because, like, in my mind, like, you talking about me beside me, I'm like, oh, you really think I'm a pussy? Like, he is on his phone just yapping like, yeah, this nigga. And I'm just like, oh, wow. The audacity, I didn't understand it.
So let me ask you this question with that, right?
I'm listening.
Because you just, now my mind is going to, we might not even get to the topic.
Yeah,
because we're just going to let it flow. But I said you have that fuse, right? Mm-hmm. And when I said that, it's like you have the capacity for it.
Yeah, I don't want it, though.
But you acknowledge that, like, I'm not a crash out. Yeah. So how do you get to that place for people that feel like you had to go through enough to realize that, like, I don't want that. Like, I have this. I know that I have the capability of this, but I'm choosing to go against it because I want to make it back home. And we talked about making it back home and the importance, right? But, like,
that's the
I feel like a lot of people, that's like a lot of people that act like they don't have that fuse. Like, so you can acknowledge, like, I'm not a crash out because, yes, I have the capabilities of it, but I'm choosing not to. But a lot of people, it's just like, this is how I am. So how do you address that?
I mean, you address it by acknowledging it, but you can only acknowledge it by going through it. I understand that I was a crash out, so I knew what a crash out looked like. What happened is a lot of niggas, bro, they don't go through enough situations in their life to understand that there's real repercussion from it. Mm-hmm. So we call it a crash out because you losing something. A lot of niggas don't understand that they're a crash out because they don't have any I hate when this happens.
No losses in it.
Yeah, they don't have any repercussion from their actions. Mm-hmm. So he don't even know he a crash out because he don't he don't have to go through nothing from his, he don't have no consequences from his actions. Exactly what I was talking about. So like, you don't like a nigga don't think he'd crash out because he never had to suffer any consequences from his actions, right? So in his mind, he getting away with everything he do. So he think it's just in him. He can do whatever he want. Whereas though a nigga like me, I done been through some things and I done lost a lot of things. So I had to understand that, bro. I don't want that. I don't want that life.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not a crash out. No way anybody sit up here and joke about it. Because I understand being a crash out means you losing some things. But a lot of niggas ain't losing nothing from their actions, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we gotta do it. I wish we can reinvent the world sometimes, bro. Like, niggas need real consequences. Like, really. So they can learn from their actions.
When you say real consequences, like
a nigga put his hands on a woman, he need to get his ass whooped.
Okay.
A nigga sexually assault a woman, he need to get beat the fuck up. Like that's what I'm talking about. Like little shit. I mean, no, jokes aside. Like, little things like that. When I say consequences, like, you need to understand that if I talk sideways to a nigga, I can get hit in my mouth. If I say one thing and I don't stand on my word, I can lose something from it. Right? If I disrespect somebody, I can get hurt by it. Mm-hmm. If I put my hands on somebody, it's a possibility that I can end up in the hospital. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what I mean.
Worse.
Yeah, right. That's what I mean by consequences. Like, growing up, bro, I was faced with those consequences every single day. It wasn't just like, and I talk about this a lot, like, bro, you ain't got to be a hood nigga to have to understand the rules and regulations of the hood. I grew up in Baltimore. Yeah, I ain't sell drugs. I wasn't no gangbanger, but Baltimore was still Baltimore. So a certain guidelines I had to follow behind, or I was going to had to follow the consequences or had to abide by the consequences that come from my actions. You get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, if I'm in the streets, I might not be no gangbanger, but I got to follow the rules. Because if I don't follow the rules, the gangbangers don't give a fuck if I bang blood or not. You get what I'm trying to say? Think about like LA. What they say?
Hold up.
When you in Rome, you do what the Romans do, right? A lot of niggas ain't been in Rome. When you go to LA, I don't care how tough you think you are, it's certain things you gonna respect about LA.
Niggas say you can't even wear certain hats in LA.
You get what I'm saying? Now, if you want to be the nigga like, I can wear whatever I want, cool. I know one thing, you better not go to the neighborhoods where they say you can't wear that, because if you do, we're gonna see just how tough you are. Because ain't nobody tougher than a bullet. Okay, macho man, be Incredible Hulk all you want to. You want to show you that these niggas is real. So like, listen what I'm telling you, bro. Like, I feel like a lot of times niggas aren't faced in situations that they gotta suffer the consequence from their actions. So because I had to face them things when I'm growing up, it's easy for me to acknowledge. And when I got fired for fighting, I got put out of school for fighting, I got doing all these things. So now when I get older, it's like, yeah, you got that twitch in you. It's like, yeah, I don't even want that twitch. I don't even want you to recognize that in me, because that's not good. Because I had to do something for you to see that. You know what I'm trying to say? So like, I don't know, hopefully that answers your question.
No, I mean, that's good, because again, having a conversation around like making it back home. Pastor Philip Anthony Mitchell, he had a lot of controversy around like the conversation of authority, and he was just like, you know, you're not teaching your children about authority. I'm paraphrasing, but he was basically saying it's not a black and white thing, but you need to teach your children about authority as opposed to what is being taught. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people were upset about it. I'm paraphrasing, so if I got it wrong, please forgive me. But that we had a conversation offline.
You had it.
Where it's like, let me see if I can find it. I gotta scroll. But take your time. I think I sent it to you. Yeah.
I know I just threw that. It just made sense.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good.
I didn't want to go back and forth ping pong.
It's all good. Damn, we post a lot. I think I can find it here. Damn. Let me try it on TikTok. All right. I think I found it. Okay.
Stop blaming white cops for the killing of black kids. Instead, teach a black.
How we transition and pivot in it. I forgot.
I said I had the clip. Last thing I said was I had the clip.
How did you introduce the Philip Anthony Mitchell?
Oh, I said we were talking about. Oh yeah. We had a conversation a few weeks ago about Philip Anthony Mitchell when he said this about basically children needing authority, like needing to obey authority, and a lot of people kind of like dragged him about it. But I'm gonna play the clip really quickly and get your reaction about it.
Instead, teach your black children to be obedient towards authority. And I don't care if most of y'all are black. You need to teach your children to obey authority. We need to teach our sons and daughters to obey authority. We need to teach our children to not fight against authority, not fight against cops, not rebel. Be model citizens. Stop being rebellious towards authority. Be submitted to laws and ordinances. Stop parking in handicapped spaces unless you want a reason to park there. Pay your taxes and stop cheating on your documents. I'm going to go deep. I'm about to get everybody mad. Stop bending your numbers. Watch. The Lord said, give back to Caesar what belongs to him. That is, be submitted to governmental authority.
Paraphrasing, but he went down a whole line of authority. Mm-hmm. And, you know, from that conversation, we were talking about basically the importance is like of what he said. I think you were saying along the lines of like, bro, while we don't get the full context of what he said, he's since apologized for, like, again, impact versus intent because of the way that it was being perceived. But I think overall you were saying, like, he's kind of right in the aspect of, like, just do whatever you need to get back home.
Man.
This nigga about to stress me out already.
Nah, bro. I'm not, bro.
What?
I'm just tired of living in a society where they force you to be somebody other than you are, who you are. Like you said, like, he apologized since then.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
Why can't we say what we say, mean what we say, and just stand on it? It's like we live in a world where they force you to be somebody that you're not. Right? Like, bro, like, and I understand it because we got a lot of money on the table, it's a lot of other people that are in position and things like that. But I'm just tired of it, bro.
I didn't see his apology, so I don't understand. But I don't know the context of what he apologized for.
Yeah, but to get back on topic, I brought that up to just make it back home, right? Because I was having a conversation with a young lady a while ago, and we was talking about being stopped by the police and how they're not just going to give their license and registration if they got stopped for no reason. The cop can't tell them, right? And I'm like, yo, how much energy does it take to just go ahead and give the license and registration just so you can make it back home? Again, these are things that I learned in my environment because I understand that in this present time, the police have the upper hand, and I'm never going to fight a battle if the battlefield ain't fair. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like we talk about this all the time, right? Talk about race. Niggas want to talk about race all the time, but niggas don't want to acknowledge it. But guess what else is race? That motherfucking badge, if he black or white. That's race too. So you got to acknowledge that, bro. We already don't have the upper hand.
Nigga said the police race.
We don't even have the upper hand, bro.
Yeah.
So at this moment, if he black, white, pink, yellow, green, I'm in my car. They got the authority and they got guns or whatever the case may be. You know what, bro? Here, if it's something wrong, I'll get their badge number. Right? I'm not about to go back and forth for him. I got to make it home. So I can fight to live another day. So I can fight my battle. Because I can't. What leg am I standing on right here? I ain't standing on no leg to fight no battle. Mm-hmm. My mom used to always tell me this when I was young, bro. I feel like every time I sound like Gillian Wilder with all these stories. No cap. I used to get in trouble in school, and I used to think it was so unfair. And when I would get in trouble, they would call my parents, they would call my moms to school, but I would wild out before my moms got there. And my mom would always say, if you were right or if you wasn't wrong, allow me to fight your battle. But the moment you start to turn up, when they falsely accuse you, when I get here, you gave me something to get you in trouble for. You gave me something to discipline you for, right? Because now you were disrespectful. Even if you wasn't disrespectful before they called me, now I gotta discipline you for what you did do. You get what I'm trying to say? So that brings me in a conversation when we having these conversations with police officers and law enforcement. Cool, you ain't do nothing, but now you turn up. Now you give them every right to shoot you or detain you. Right? Not saying that they shouldn't.
Not justified
It's not justified at all. But now you give them a reason. Why?
A reason in their mind. Let me not say it's a reason, but it's a reason in their mind that they're going to justify, because they can now turn around and say they fear for their life, which is what they're going to use.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So why not just do what you got to do to make it back home and then fight your battle on that playing field, bro? That's how I look at it, bro. Like, I'm not here, and maybe because I'm a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I had to come to with a woman, but it's like when I think of what was the movie? Was it Queen and Slim?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, we could have got out of a situation if you like. I get you know what
There's
you know.
There's no movie. There's no movie.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, it ain't no movie. But I'm just looking at like if that was in real life. Yeah. I get you know what you know and you educated, but baby, we can't afford this. We ain't allowed the space to be able to do this. And again, we talk about race all the time, right? Why? It's like we only want to have that conversation when it's convenient for us. If we know what's up, why don't we act like it? We think we are so like bigger than everybody else. To like, I don't know. Listen, and it might be hard to hear, but it's the truth, bro. Niggas want to walk around the truth, bro. It's reality.
It's not necessarily that we think we're bigger. I think it's just like you're saying, that fuse. I think it's that, like, it's pent up anger. It's pent up aggression over years of trauma and seeing your father. Some people, we don't know everybody's story, but like seeing your dad go through it and things of that nature, where it's like, unfortunately, you can get it right 99 times. Let's say you've been pulled over by the cops and you did it exactly how you're supposed to. But unfortunately, it's that one time that you feel like pushing back. It's that one time that you had a bad day and then the cop pulls you over, but they also had a bad day. It's not excusable, but that's what often happens. It's just like understanding your rights.
And guess what, bro?
But that's the reality, though.
But guess what? It's not acceptable. Just like my friends check me. One time, I lose my cool. Imagine if that nigga had a gun.
Yeah, life was over.
I'm thinking I want to go outside and fight. He shoot my ass, right? That's what I'm thinking. Because I'm from Baltimore. We just got guns illegal, right? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking we about to go duke it out. He shoot me, I'm dead. My friends can't tell me not to do that no more, right? I say that to say like,
nah, I agree.
And again, I don't be wanting to be here just to go against the normal way everybody feel. I'm just here to give you the harsh reality of it. And the harsh reality of it, that one time can cost you your life. Again, I was taught as a youngin', some mistakes are too costly to make. So you're going to allow one time to get your head blown off. Now you can't be there for your kids. Now you can't be there for your wife. Now you can't be there to see another day. Now you can't go home and fight the cause that you were trying to fight. We got to be in a position to understand, again, I said earlier, to understand what we have to lose in the moments where we aren't able to hear anything. Mm-hmm. We got to do a better job of that as people in general, because some mistakes are too costly to make and it ain't worth it, bro. You get stopped. Look, let me show y'all. Let me help y'all out. I'm going to help y'all out for real. I'm going to put the mic right here. Here's what you do when you get stopped by an officer, especially if you're black, since we like to play this black and white thing. You're a black man. They get stopped by police. 2 hands on the steering wheel. Right? Roll your window down, you know what I'm saying, halfway, you know what I'm saying?
Turn all your lights on.
You know what I'm saying?
If it's nighttime.
2 hands on the steering wheel. They talk to you. This is what I do, though. I ain't gonna lie. This is what I do. I ain't even gonna give you the text, but what I wanted to say. I'm gonna do this. Is what I do. The moment I see the police behind me and they turn their sirens on, I automatically get my license out my wallet.
Cause don't reach for nothing.
Yes, before I even pull over, I get my license out my wallet. If it's dark, you got some time, I would keep going until you see a gas station or something like that where some lights at. This is what I do, right? I pull over into that spot where you see some lights, some people in there. Get your license, and I don't think they do the registration no more.
They do.
But your license and your registration out before you even pull over. When they come to the window, both hands on the steering wheel. When they ask for your stuff, yo, it's right here. That's it. We ain't got to go back and forth and argue. I might ask like, yo, what happened? You know what I'm saying? If they said, cool. If it's true, whatever. Listen, man, I ain't got time to be trying to go back and forth with a nigga that got the upper hand on me. Like, I don't know, bro. Listen, man. People call me coon all you want.
I mean, with that situation, I'm not even gonna call you that.
Yeah, niggas, I don't know, bro. Like, man,
I wouldn't call you that.
You better know when to hold, when to fold, when to walk away. Kenny Rogers, boy.
That's what you said.
Oh, that's them planes
falling
boy.
over, nigga.
Nah, they be them military planes. They be out here, boy.
But nah, I think what you said is actually good advice. But I would change it a little bit.
Talk to me.
Some people say this: keeping your registration here.
Like,
when you're in the car, keeping your registration. keeping your license up there. It might fall sometimes, but like having it in a place where immediately you have access to it. And it's unfortunate that we have to have these conversations as black men, but like you said, you do have to be prepared. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny that we're having this conversation because I've never had an encounter with a cop where I've gone back and forth with them, like ever. Like, and it's crazy because I'll tell you a story. It was one time I was driving with a suspended license and I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I was just leaving the radio station from one of our shows at EAA. And I was going I had to work that morning. And it was a whole situation. It wasn't my fault, but my license was suspended. I was fighting the case for like a year, literally. And I remember getting pulled over for speeding because I wasn't in the wrong. And I was disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? And I just remember the guy saying to me, he was like, I would have let you go, like, for speeding and everything. He was like, but I can't let you go. He was like, you were so respectful that I would have let you go. But you have a suspended license, so I can't let you go. You know what I mean? You can't drive your car with a suspended license. I just can't let you go. He was like, I'm going to let you park right here and find somebody to come get you. But he was like, but if I see you on the road, I'm going to lock you up. You know what I'm saying? Now, he could have been waiting to see if all right, bro, you stupid. But I sat there right on the side of the road because I understood, again, like you were saying, my number one priority at that moment is to get home safe. Because one, I was in the wrong. You know what I'm saying? I could take accountability for that situation that my license was suspended and I was still driving. But I needed to get to work in my mind. So the reward outweighed the risk. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, not recommended it. Don't do it. Get your paperwork and everything straightened. But that situation always taught me that, like, but again, this is in 2018 during the times that I remember the stories of the Trayvon Martins. I remember the stories of the Tamir Rices and things of that nature. So I know that it could go left very quickly. And mind you, this is 1 o'clock in the morning. So it's literally, you driven up 95, ain't no lights on 95.
Yeah.
So in that situation, it was a lose-lose situation if I tried to get buck or anything in that capacity. And I had the paperwork in the back to tell him basically that my license wasn't supposed to be suspended. I had all of that to show him. I showed him it. He looked at it. He was like, I understand. He was like, you just go to court. And what happens now on the other side? I got all my license and everything straight. Bro, I walked into the courtroom. I didn't even get to talk to the public, whatever. I walked up to the front, and I was like, hey, this is my name. She was like, yeah, we're throwing it out. So because I was able to just go with the flow for that situation and live to fight another day, I mean, I'm going to say God in this aspect, but the battle was already won. So before I even walked into the courthouse, the battle was already won. But had I turned up, as you were saying, it could have went way worse. I could have got locked up, and now the situation could have been way worse than what it initially could have been for something that was wrong, that I did wrong to begin.
And that's why, like, when I hear that, like, I don't understand what was the problem with his approach. Like, what's wrong with obeying authority, bro? Like,
Pastor Philip Anthony.
Yeah, like.
Well, I think, again, it's that race conversation, but because he was like, stop blaming white cops for the death of black children. Sometimes, in certain circumstances, it is pure racism. In certain situations, it is that. Yeah. It isn't necessarily that, like, they did something wrong or they reached or things of that nature. You have unarmed black kids that have Tamir Rice. He was playing with a toy gun. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it was a gun. It looked like a gun, but it was a toy. He was 12. He gets gunned down. You know what I'm saying? So you do have situations where there are cops that just racially profile black kids, and as a result, they lose their life, or men, they lose their life.
100%.
So there was a level of, again, sensitivity around those situations.
So my thing is, right, and this is not me playing devil's advocate or nothing. If we understand racism the way we always talking about it, why don't we, like,
play the game?
Have a different approach. Because I don't want to say, like, fall in line, because that's crazy.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, I don't want to say that. That's crazy. But I'm saying, why don't we have a different approach? If I understand racism, like, cool. I know this nigga's probably, he's a racist ass. I ain't about to give him.
We can't say that.
We can say nigga all we want, but we can't say.
No. We're bleeping that out.
I can.
We are bleeping.
I can talk down.
When
on my
Dylan
people.
watch this audio, I can talk. Blip this out. Bleep that out.
I can talk down on my people, but I can't. Yeah, I would never understand this life, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I just never could understand it. Bro, earlier you said nigger. It was okay then, but when I say like. That's I don't understand the world we in, bro.
To our community, You talking about your own community versus talking about a derogatory term towards another community.
Listen to what you just said.
I understand.
We can be derogatory to our people.
I'm not saying we're supposed to be derogatory.
But that's the world, though. Listen,
that's not the world.
Yes, it is. That's the word. That's. Look how normal, how easy it was for you to come out and say that, because that's how we think as people.
No.
We can be derogatory to each other, but the moment we say it to somebody else, it's like, oh my God, we can't do that.
And that's not all though. Some black people can't stand the word. So older black general people, they look down at our generation for saying it because they understand the implications of what the word meant. But it's different when you're saying it toward. I'm not trying to protect.
If a white person is racist, he's a white.
Okay, all right. Okay,
if he's
racist. All right,
if
all right,
you're
cool.
racist, then I ain't talking about you.
That's why I was saying.
I said if I see a racist, I'm like, man, I understand that. Oh, this right here, this is racist. I ain't about to play this game with him. You know what? Cool. I let him. You know, I'm not falling in line. I'm just making it back home. I already have the short end of the stick. So now I understand that he's a racist, and I want to argue with him, and he has a gun, and he has the law on his side. I don't know. Maybe I just don't think that's smart. What world are we living in? Like, that's not smart. If you know somebody doesn't have your best interest, you still want to fight with them, and they have a gun, and they have sticks, they have mace, and they got the law on their side. Okay, cool. I'm the coon. I will be a coon.
It's not about
because that doesn't make sense to me.
It's not that, bro.
I'll catch you when you off. Like,
it's the
you feel me? Like, I see you when you off.
It's the conversation of emotions, bro. It's an emotional conversation that you're talking about. With that, it's like, okay, they probably do have the logic, but again, your emotions are clouding the situation. We've been in situations where our emotions rile up. 100%. We've all done stuff where it's like, we just talked about it. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
so like, again, it's that one moment. But I can't justify or penalize you for that one moment when I know that I have the capacity for it. So I can't demonize you to say, man, it's a smart thing to do when I have crashed out. Yeah, I have been in those places. What I can advise you is to go home, bro. It's not worth it.
That's a great
All
point.
I can continue to say is it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Because we all know it. Yeah. We all know the repercussions of it. I done been put in handcuffs coming from fucking Costco. What I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting on the side of the curb. I'm like, what do we do in Montgomery County?
Yeah.
What could I possibly be doing? But at the end of the day, like, and I remember that during that situation, one of my friends sitting there eating his pizza, trying to be to this day, I'm like, this is the reason why we were in handcuffs. Because he was like, yo, the officer's trying to talk to him, the nigga just eat his pizza in his face. He was like, all right, you know what? Go ahead, step out the car. We got pulled over by a nigga on a bike. You know how terrible that is? That's the worst feeling in the world, to get pulled over by an officer on a fucking bike, nigga.
I ain't gonna lie, I might got you beat, though. I think I got pulled over by a nigga doing traffic. He said,
what, you gonna do the dash?
The nigga was like, hey, stop, pull over. I said, yo, you doing traffic, bro. How the fuck you gonna pull me over?
I was like, flag, nigga, you better make that call.
The nigga said, hey, pull over there right quick.
I would have been pissed.
And I think he was talking to somebody else in the car.
Like, what the fuck? I was so mad. I'm like, nigga, you couldn't just put the pizza down for a second. We could have been out of here, bro, on the way to a cookout. That's but now I get it, bro. So I understand.
No, you're right, though. That was a great point.
There's situations, bro, that are just outside of our control. I mean, not outside of our control, that we just have a bad life to judge it. But, again, like you said earlier, that one time, bro, could be your last time.
Yeah, and it's not worth it.
It's not worth it at all.
Oh, shit, man, make it back home. What we got, man, for the...
Get into the shits?
Let's get into it, man.
All right, man. I'm going to start late. NBA playoffs, brother. You've been watching the NBA playoffs. My question is this the best NBA playoffs that we've seen in recent years? In my mind, yes.
For sure. It's really good. Like, even before we got to the semifinals.
Yeah, for sure.
First of all, I'm not no sports analyst, and y'all ain't getting no sports takes from me, but I know how I felt, and I think I ain't by myself when I'm about to say this. I think niggas owe New York an apology, bro.
I'm niggas.
Me too.
I'm niggas. I was talking big shit about New York.
No way. New York, bro, they barely got past the first round. Man, they about to get swept by Boston. That's how I'm thinking.
I'm talking big shit.
Bro, these niggas showed up, and they made it, they made it known. It wasn't like some fly-by easy, they was like, nah, they made our presence known.
Bro, Go ahead.
And what I will say though, I don't understand the hate on fan bases. Me personally, like I'm not the biggest basketball fan, but I love New York fans. Like they making it interesting. Like
they do make it interesting.
They crazy. Like keep being crazy. Like them niggas is out.
After every game, bro, they outside, bro.
They out and they funny as hell.
You watch that page? You ever seen that page? What's it called? Side Talk New York.
I'm not sure,
bro. That might be the best page.
I personally like New York fans, bro. Like I hope they win it all now.
No, hell
you
no.
want Ant to win?
Hell yeah,
everybody want Ant to win.
Bro, Ant's good for basketball, bro.
He is good for basketball.
He needs to be the face, bro.
But New York, to be honest, bro, the New York Knicks is good for basketball too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like New York winning, like it just give you something to hate on. It give you something. It's lit. I like it.
You never seen?
Oh yeah, I seen it,
bro.
Damn, you're a fucking bitch. I'm gonna take the tape. What your baby mom saw? She look good. Call her National Guard, right?
They going crazy. Nigga said, Jason, I hope you're okay.
Hey, bro.
Yo,
bro, nah, bro, but them niggas
you
going
tell
crazy.
Me that ain't lit, bro.
No, it's lit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
If they win it all, bro, you talk, come on, man.
They about to go jump.
I want to see
They're gonna burn New York down,
I want to
bro.
see that.
They're gonna burn New York
what
down.
What Timberwolves gonna do?
Burn Minnesota.
They ain't gonna be like that. I don't even think they got that many people in Minnesota.
Oh, hell no. Got drip.
I need my barber, bro.
Hey, Trevor, you see this? We love you, dog.
That was funny as shit. They got drip. Yo. Yeah, so of course I want to see New York win. Nigga, like that shit lit. And that shit is fun.
Hey, bro.
I might go to New York.
Niggas said, no, but you know, game 2, we was there.
Bro.
So, like, when they came back, bro, New York is different, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. New York, when it comes to sports, is different.
Yeah, it is definitely probably one of the best just playoffs in general, bro.
But you know why, though? Also,
and then niggas is balling. Like, niggas is balling, bro. Like, this shit is
Holly
fire.
Burton had a hell of a game last night.
With the Halle Berry? With the Halle?
Bro, the nigga hit the 3-point, the 2-point shot. I thought it was a 3 at first. Then he hit the Reggie Miller.
Bro, they going crazy.
But you know what's so significant about that moment? He did that against New York.
Yo.
Like, historically, I'm like, bro,
yeah.
Bro, that shit was crazy, bro. But I'm not going to lie. The reason why I feel like it's interesting is because you have 4 teams that you commonly would not see in the semifinals,
nah,
right?
Facts. Yeah.
So, like, I think it's good for sports. I think it's good. Like, you don't see no but it's scary, though. I mean, not scary. It's interesting, though, because, and kind of surreal, because I personally feel like it's an end of an era. We're seeing the end of an era. So, like, the LeBron-Steph era is really coming to an end, where you've seen Bron go to the finals X amount of years. Mm-hmm. Like, you see these younger cats now coming out and really, younger cats, I said all this shit with that. These younger players coming out, and it's now their time. So similar to like when Jordan stepped in for Bird and Magic, we're now seeing the pass of the torch. And I think that's what's the dopest thing about it. Because this new generation, these young niggas be hooping.
Yeah, niggas is balling.
Like, they're hooping in the playoffs, and they talking trash, so it was great. Like, I've been watching the games, and
it's making me a fan, man. You know I wasn't a big fan of basketball, but this making me a fan of basketball. It's really good sports.
But you got New York.
Do I have New York?
Yeah, who you got to win it all from this point?
I want them to win.
Bro, I want Ant, but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro.
Man, OKC ain't playing with none of these niggas.
Them niggas are balling, boy.
It's like, I look at OKC and I'm like, okay, so if they win, when they gonna stop? Because these niggas is young as hell. I'm
That's
like, yo,
crazy.
like if they win it all, like they so young, they could do this for like 4 or 5 years straight. Like, who the oldest nigga on that team? He got to be like 25. Who the oldest dude? Let me see. The oldest player on OKC.
Let me see.
He got to be like 25 or something like that. Or a nigga that's on a bench or something. Let's see.
OKC's oldest player?
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Let's see. Alex Caruso. He 30. Okay.
Okay, Caruso. I know he was 30, though. Yeah, he was playing with the
playing for
Lakers.
a
He
long
played with
time.
LeBron and all that stuff.
But outside of him, I feel like they got a young team.
They do got a young team.
They got a really young team.
Bro, but that's the thing. That's like the beauty of like building a team of young players just getting pieces and drives.
Yeah, it takes a while to get there, but when you get there, you got it.
But niggas don't. They want instant gratification, and now you're having a conversation and seeing the fruit of their labor. You seen that with Houston. Houston this year, they balled. Same thing, young team. You put a few vets around them, but let them ball. Now Washington, I don't know. We got a young team right now. We'll see if we do the same thing. But
you keep on bringing Washington in it, man.
I'm a Washington fan.
Stick to the Commanders, man.
I'm a Washington fan.
Let y'all have y'all time while y'all got it.
Can we pause for a second? Samantha called me. Cool.
Go ahead. When the job calls. We can finish up for real. Yeah. Nigga, Ace metaphor hit me like you want to record.
Hola. Good, how are you? That's hilarious. I'm thinking you had an emergency. Like this something happened with that kid. I'm not even with Bricks right now. Nah. He's all right. He is okay.
You let that dopamine.
He's very trained.
You let that dopamine.
Nah. You gotta walk around the house.
It's better than like on a picture.
Mm-hmm. Actually, no. No. That's it? Even with the black man can't? Okay. Well. Yeah, maybe we could have him posted now. I would take it down. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it only has that much engagement on it, it doesn't make sense to keep it up. Because it's going to pull from the algorithm that of the fault. We see that sometimes happen to ours too. Like, yeah, I do think potentially. I mean, he might not take it, but I do think we should suggest it. It's like, hey, or have a separate post at this point. No worries. Give me a call back. Be safe. All right. Talk soon. Duty calls, my boy. My bad, bro.
But yeah, nah, man. The playoffs been great, man. Playoffs been great. What else you got for us?
A lot.
Oh man, it's a lot.
Your best friend got signed to his rookie contract.
Shador.
No, Shiloh.
You got it, Joe. You own one. You good.
Yeah, best friend Shiloh.
Like 2.9.
Yeah, bro. How you feel about that? Your boy got signed. He made it to the league.
Congratulations.
I told you, bro. He's gonna be the corner the safety that he can be.
You funny. Congratulations.
That's it.
Hey,
he made it.
Maybe he worked. What I said still stands. He was a bum.
No, bro.
He could have worked hard.
Did you see that footage of him guarding AB?
Yeah, I seen it.
Bro, he was locking that man down, bro. That's one of the best receivers in NFL history. Top 20 at least, 30. Okay, maybe not top 20. But I think he deserved it. I think he earned his spot. But we'll see what he does in the season.
Congratulations, man. I don't got when they say you don't got nothing positive. Don't say nothing at all.
Yes.
But nah, I'm so wait. I am rooting for him though. I'm rooting for him.
I think you're rooting for all the Sanders.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But I will say Travis don't look. Have you been watching his videos on offense?
It's the agenda. It's the media agenda.
Yeah, Jay's full of shit. Jay, I'm on one of Jay. We didn't even get to that topic yet.
The media is putting out.
We didn't even get to that yet.
No, I see it, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it because I'm still watching it unfold. It's
early.
Yeah, I am fans of these guys. I've been watching them. So when I see that, it's like I'm not really worried. But we all knew that he didn't have the best mechanics at receiver anyway. Like, he didn't have the best mechanics at either side. Honestly, he's just a dog athlete. So when I see it, I'm not really worried. right? Now, if anything, I do want him to focus on one. Hopefully, that can be a sign of him. That can be a message to him to say, yo, let me focus on one thing first. That doesn't mean that you can't play corner eventually, right? But let me focus on this first, and then I can focus on that as well.
Do you think he's a better receiver than he is a corner?
Me personally,
I don't know. He was the number one corner. But you played defense, so you really understand.
No, he's a really good corner, but bro, he's got toasted a few times. Like it's been some times where niggas dogged him, but I think
Nebraska was one of them games.
Niggas dogging him, but it's and that's okay because he's still good. It's a few times out of his whole career. But what I want to see him at receiver because of how explosive he is. So I know he can make them big plays. Whereas though corner, your best plays might not even be televised. Like you might not even see him because you locking somebody down, right? They're not going to throw you away. So you can't really be as exciting. Whereas though being on the offensive side, they can get him the ball, do screens, things like that, throw it over the top. So I would love to see that because I want to see him shine. You get what I'm trying to say?
And then one thing that I'll say about him in this particular case, like everybody keeps on talking about like the corners that he's going to be up against, and they keep on saying number one corners, like that he's the number one guy. He got a dog on the other side.
Yeah.
Like he got a dog that's playing receivers right next to him. So like I don't even think he's the number one receiver on that team right now. You know what I'm saying? So like the matchups that people are trying to say that he's going up against, I don't think that's what we're going to be seeing early on. So I do think he still has the capacity to develop. Now, his mechanics, like you said, this is his first year training with – this is his first offseason. He hadn't got that bag yet, that check. Once you get those NFL trainers and you get to move NFL speed, it's different. You know what I'm saying? You'll have people that can help you with those mechanics and improvement and all of that stuff. So, I don't know. I wish him the best, but –
No, I think he's gonna be good. Travis, I think he's gonna be good. I'm worried about Shador because of the situation he's in. Like, that's it. Like, I think he's going to be good, but it's just the situation that he's in.
I ain't going to lie to you, bro. I think Shador's going to be starting week 5.
You think so?
I think so.
I hope so.
Because I've been watching the film recently. I'm like, bro, he's the best
But
quarterback.
they're not showing us everything, though. Because you still got we still got Joe Flacco and we still got
Deshaun Watson?
No. The
Dylan
other
Gabriel?
guy that came from the Eagles.
Oh, damn, why am I drawing a blank on him?
I forgot your name. But and he's not bad though. Like he's not a bum. Not as consistent, but he's
like
not
5 quarterbacks in that room.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. They got Deshaun Watson, but he's hurt, so I don't think he's going to play this year. They got Deshaun Watson. They got Joe Flacco. They got Dylan Gabriel. They got the white boy I'm talking about that came from the Eagles. And they got Shador Sanders. So it's like...
You know his name, Seven? We talking about the other white boy that came from the Eagles? I'm going to look it up real quick. Yeah, Cleveland quarterbacks. But no, I mean... I do... But, bro, I think he's better than all of them. Because, like, all right, long-term play... I think he's better than Dylan Gabriel, for sure. Kenny Pickett. Yeah. There we go. Kenny Pickett kind of cold.
Yeah.
Nah, he kind of cold.
So it's like...
But I do think he's still going to start over.
I don't think that he doesn't have the capability of playing, bro. It's just the situation. That's really it. Like, I want him to play. I'm rooting for him. So, I mean, I hope he does well.
But if you're thinking from a franchise perspective, right, of all the players that you named, if I'm building a franchise around... You drafted 2 quarterbacks, one in 3rd and one in the 5th. So you're looking at one of them to be your quarterback, I think.
Even that, though, like they have – there's not even the best quarterback draft. So next year, they could if they lose everything, they still can go get a quarterback next year, right? I'm looking at that. And has Dylan Gabriel done anything bad in camp? I feel like he's been doing good, too.
He's been solid.
Right. So
because it's a win. I think this might be a win-win for them. Like, if let's say they both pan out, you trade the other one. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, you show the snaps, whichever one you doesn't fit the system. If Dylan Gabriel's a dog, you trade him, you get some more pieces next year. You know what I'm saying? So I think this is a win-win situation. Now, would I go into the season with 5 quarterbacks? Hell no. But, you know, I think they cashed out on Deshaun Watson. Mm-hmm. They literally cashed out on him. So that situation not panning out put them in a very awkward place. Now, again, would I have drafted Dylan Gabriel and Shador? No, but I've seen my team do it. You know what I'm saying? They drafted RG3, and then right after they drafted RG3, they drafted in the same draft Kirk Cousins. But it worked out for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when RG3 went down, Kirk Cousins is still in the league. You know what I mean? So clearly he was a dog. You know what I'm saying? But I really do hope that Shador it pans out for him. I really do hope it pans out for him. I don't know. We got a lot. You want to keep on getting to the shits? Man, we got Clarissa Shields, Remy Ma, Pat Poos. We got Meg Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez. We got RG3 and Ryan Clark. We got the 40-year-old man and the 17-year-old girl.
What about to do?
We can talk about RG3 and Ryan Clark and just put a pin in it. Or Tory Lanez in. It's up to you.
I don't know.
What you want to talk about?
Whatever you go ahead. Lead the way.
Let's go RG3, Ryan Clark. Got your mind right, ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so essentially, there's been a debate on social media that happened this week, between RG3 and Ryan Clark. RG3 came out first and was talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. After Caitlin Clark had an intentional foul against Angel Reese, we saw her get riled up, you know what I mean, and chase her around the court. RG3 took to the internet and essentially said that, that he actually recorded a video. And in that video, he was talking about how Angel Reese was showing hate towards Caitlin Clark, that this was bigger than basketball. He took into consideration that she was the narrative of the black woman. I can actually read. Let me just read the entire thing. This is what he posted. He said, Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It stares us right in the face, but people are afraid to say it. Won't answer questions about Caitlin Clark. Gets people mad when people praise Caitlin Clark for the explosion of popularity around women's basketball. Celebrates when her teammates flagrantly foul Caitlin Clark. Goes after and tries to punch Caitlin Clark after a routine makes them earn it foul. After injuries, fouled Aaliyah Boston with a push in the back that wasn't called. This is not just hate. This is jealousy and resentment. Some people get uncomfortable when you say that Angel Reese hates or is jealous of Caitlin Clark because of the complex racial history of America and the hysterical stereotypes of the angry or jealous black woman. I understand that. Angel Reese isn't just some jealous black woman. Angel is an NCAA champion and a great player. She's a competitor who has shown that she does not like how Caitlin Clark is crowned, while criticized for showing the same confidence and fire in her own way. This is not an assumption that what Reese has said and shown us all. And yeah, that can turn into hate, jealousy, and resentment. That's what makes this rivalry real to a lot of viewers. Caitlin Clark is the most popular athlete in America. That was a stretch. But that was a stretch. And Angel Reese is the Isaiah Thomas to Caitlin Clark's Michael Jordan. That's actually a really good comparison. That's kind of crazy, though.
You didn't read all this earlier.
I did read. Oh, well, I did read it.
You didn't read all this earlier. Okay.
But that's what we will continue to raise. That's what will continue to raise the popularity of the WNBA. People care about rivalries. Rivalries aren't built on handshakes. They are forged in fire, fouls, and pride. Angel Reese wants to beat and outshine Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese has said she's the villain. This is sports. That's the game. Angel Reese has beat Caitlin Clark, but never outshined her. Even when Angel won the national title, the First Lady wanted to see her and Caitlin Clark at the White House. Over the time, the hate and resentment has built up to this. You could see in her overreaction to the routine basketball foul. I'm just the one not afraid to say it. So from that, and that's in addition to the video that he played. You want me to play the video too?
From what you just read.
Hold on. I ain't even get to the second part of this. He ain't even get to the
As we gonna wait. Go ahead.
Then Ryan Clark comes out. And Ryan Clark put out a 3-minute video. You want me to play the Ryan Clark video?
You can play the video, brother. Play the video. He says something about his wife. He says something about...
To being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady. I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what black women deal with a lot from black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race. They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over black women by denigrating black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I'd like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less black than me.
Hold up.
I know we just had a whole hour conversation on this before this. I still feel the same way.
I do too.
What the hell that got to do with my man Take, bro? Like, bro, what do you? That don't even sound like his opinion. It sounded like he was sitting there watching that video with his wife, and his wife told him something in his ear, and he's like, you know what? I got to say that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what does his wife got to, like, what did him being married to two white women got, like, what did that got to do with anything he said? Everything RG3 said was about the sport. He even paid respect to Angel Reese. He said she's not an angry black woman. She's more than that. She's a good basketball player. This is a rivalry, and this is what the fans love. So for you to go that much, it sounds emotionally driven. It sounds like you, because you have some type of personal experience with RG3, this is how you feel. And let's go to the milk thing. Let's be real, bro. I'm tired of being a bad guy. I'm not DDG. I'm not Angel Reese. I'm not y'all.
Why you say I'm tired of being the bad guy?
Because I don't want to be the bad. Like niggas be, I like niggas. I don't want to be the villain. But it just is what it is. I gotta embrace it because clearly that's what I've been brought to this earth to be. But anyway, bro, what I will say is, I never dated a white woman. I don't plan on dating a white woman, and that's just my preference. I don't care to date a white woman. But we're not about to sit up here and act like a man who dates a white woman, it's not uncomfortable. Like, let's look at the other perspective. We can't sit up here and act like black women are just okay with black men dating white women. We can't sit up here and act like that. Like, and I can see how it could be uncomfortable for him. And a lot of times when niggas get uncomfortable, they make jokes. We talked about this before. Like, niggas try to joke their way out of uncomfortability. So I can see him making jokes about milk and liking milk because that's the elephant in the room. I can see, I don't know again, but I can see that being the case. So you bringing up this acknowledge is like, I don't get it. And even the shit I be seeing online, he probably does that because he probably do feel uncomfortable. I don't think he does that to diminish a black woman. I don't think he does that to put his wife on some type of hierarchy than a black woman. One, that's his wife. We're going to talk about our wife in a good way. I will hope so. with anybody. So just because I talk positive about my wife, I'm reassuring on my wife, and my wife so happen to be white, I'm diminishing a black woman. I'm tired of this victim mentality, bro. It's like, what are you talking about? Are you saying the same thing to a black man that's praising his black wife? No. But because his wife is white, you look like, I'm sick of it, bro. I'm not a victim. You niggas ain't about to make me no victim. And that shit is victim mentality, bro. I'm sorry. Where did he say anything to where did he? I don't get it, bro. And we're talking about just a take. You going to sit there and tell me that take deserved that response?
From Ryan Clark? He didn't have to add all the parts about his wife. That's the big part of, like, that's why I got so many people listening to it again. He didn't have to add the part about his wife. But I do still think that what his intention of where he was going with the conversation, he had validity in it.
Where?
With understanding the gravity of what RG3 was saying.
What's the gravity with RG? So I want to understand this completely.
So from a journalistic standpoint, understanding your platform, right?
Okay.
Here you have an Angel Reese where you have the media that has already been painting her as this villain. Now, granted, to some degree, she has gone out and say, I'll be the villain. Mm-hmm. Cool. But you have a lot of people that have been veiled and hiding under this veil of Angel Reese hate, but secretly it is racism. You know what I'm saying? You have seen that. So when he talked about the microaggressions, and he's like, while you are pushing the microaggressions, the reason why they're considered microaggressions is because they're those little, let me pull up the actual definitions because I don't want to slaughter, but it's like, hold up, let me look up microaggressions. So a microaggression is a subtle, often unintentional, verbal or behavioral action that communicates hostile or negative messages towards a member of a marginalized group. Mm-hmm. So it's subtle. Sometimes it's unintentional, but it's subconscious. You know what I'm saying? So when you put microaggressions out in the field, that's what he was speaking directly to. It's like, yes, you were saying this, but again, the reason why it's a term and we have this term of microaggressions is because it's something that is subconsciously endured. And even while he's saying it, often unintentional. So again, we're over having a conversation of intention versus impact. His intentions may have very much been a sports take, but understanding the gravity of the situation when you have a woman in Angel Reese that have been dealing publicly about racial slurs, you have them chanting and doing monkey chants and things of that nature, and you have people. I'm not going to sit here. You sent me that clip about Dave Portnoy. It sound good, bro. It really does. But again, he may have that take. But again, you have to understand the consequences of their actions, which is that you have people hiding behind that. And they're like, yeah, so he said that. You have your own people saying that. All right, cool. You have people that were in the house during slavery. You know what we call them?
House niggas.
All right. So does that still justify it because there are people that were there that were helping the white man enslave their people? No. But it's just a matter of us understanding that, like, there's certain times that we, within our own actions, within our own community, push forward these microaggressions. Again, it may not have been his intention, but you do hold responsibility as a journalist to have the consciousness and the understanding. And he tried. He did try. I'm going to give him credit, reading it again and this, that, and the third. He tried. But understand that there is an impact to how you say it. Now, does that justify Ryan Clark coming out and talking about his wife? That was wild. You know what I'm saying? Again, listening to it again, that was wild. But it still doesn't take away from, again, going to and seeing the consequences of it from a journalistic standpoint and seeing the microaggressions in the newsroom and seeing how we have to fight for the narratives and things and how they are painted towards our people. You have to know these things. But
so because all of those things are painted towards our people like that and the way they are, does that mean we are beyond reproach? Like we can't be criticized for our actions?
I'm not necessarily saying that.
Because in the case of a rivalry from a black woman and a white woman, all I heard from RG3 was him calling out the facts. Like, bro, it seemed like Shorty hate her. Like, the way she's dragging it, like she's dragging her nuts. And I feel like if he was to have that same argument with a black woman on a black woman, we wouldn't have all of this. Same way when I said, I can get up here and downgrade my people, and it's regular. It's okay. Ain't nobody going to say nothing about it. But the moment I downgrade somebody, another race, you can't say that. Nigga, why can't I? That's how I look at it. So, again, if there was a black, do you think this conversation will be as big as it is if it was Angel Reese versus another black athlete?
Probably not.
If RG3 was like, man, Angel Reese hates
such and such.
Such and such.
I don't think so because you don't have. Well, we're talking about a conversation of variables, right? Those are two different variables. If you had it against black people, but then you have black people or white people sending death threats to this individual because of their take and things of that nature, then yeah. But you don't have that situations. You don't have that circumstance where you have death threats and things of that nature.
I wish I had
behind
some
the scenes.
facts. I don't have no facts for you, but I'm pretty sure it's niggas getting death threats for losing fucking playoff games, bro.
Yeah,
it's niggas that get slurs for missing the game-winning shot, for dropping the winning touchdown pass. It's sports. It's sports, bro. You get that. Like, listen, man.
You get that for the game. You don't get that because you're just black.
No, she's getting that for the game. It's a rivalry.
You think that she's getting it just for the game.
Bro, Angel Reese is a basketball player. She's a WNBA player. Mm-hmm. If she was just some model chick that did podcasts just walking out and just getting racial slurs, cool. She's not. She's a NBA player who so happened to have a rivalry with another player that's white. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you might have racists going to give you slurs. Is that okay? No, that's not okay. But I'm saying it's the game. It's sports. Be a professional. I'm sorry.
You don't think she's being a professional?
Yo, she dragged it a few times. That's what I'm going to say.
On the court?
Yes. She dragged it a couple times, bro. And she let her emotions get the best of her, bro. I'm sorry. She does.
But we had other players like that too, bro, and they don't get that.
Who?
Elena Deladone was a very passionate player.
I don't know, but I can tell you, Allen Iverson.
Uh-huh.
Practice. We got black players that has done it in the absence of a white player, and they got criticized for it. Shit, Terrell Owens. We got people who was loud. You know what I'm trying to say? And if that game ain't really back it up, niggas, you seen what happened to them.
But it's kind of like this notion of like, when black athletes do it, we get criticized and penalized for it, right? But if you had like a white athlete doing the same thing,
oh brother,
think about it though, from a standpoint of
and that's what I talk about temperament. And then niggas gonna hate me for this, but that might just be in our DNA.
The temperament.
Yeah. When have you seen a white? Give me, and again, I don't know the facts, but if you give me a white athlete who's acting like this, right, and nothing happened, I have to shut the fuck up. But I haven't seen it.
Okay. So I'm gonna use Shador example, right? We talk about temperament, right?
Eli Manning.
No.
Who you about to say?
Baker Mayfield, the Money Dance, Johnny Manziel. They had the same temperament.
Johnny Manziel.
But he got drafted first round.
But he was also a dog. What are we talking about, Alex?
Drafted first round.
He was a dog, bro. When you talk
Shador not a dog?
No, not Johnny Manziel. He's not Johnny
Baker
Manziel.
Mayfield,
bro,
he was a dog?
In college, bro, these guys were like the top of the top, bro. We're not doing that, dog.
But you talking about temperament. We having a temperament conversation.
Okay, temperament.
But you said temperament.
Okay, we talk about variables now again. I'm just saying we going back and forth.
All right.
Listen, Deion Sanders,
uh-huh.
He came out, what was it, 94? I don't even know.
Uh-huh.
He came out the draft a dog, and he had the jury. Niggas hated it. But they couldn't do nothing because his talent superseded his attitude. Mm-hmm. I feel like, if your talent supersedes your attitude of what come with you, you're going to get drafted. For Shador Sanders, as much as we love him, not so much so.
He had a lot of
questions.
What's the question?
I'm not saying that he wasn't talented, but his talent didn't supersede what came with him. And the NFL, NBA, or anything is a business first. If your talent don't supersede what you can do on the field, for me, think about it. Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson fell, but he still got drafted in the first round.
Okay.
Because his talent superseded whatever they thought about him. I don't think that. What they say, I don't think the catch was big. I don't know what they're saying was what is as big as the draw. You know what I'm saying? I'm rooting for Shador. Don't get me wrong, bro. But I don't be in these conspiracy theories. Like, no, bro. You wasn't the nigga you thought you was, and you suffered the consequences. Baker Mayfield, all of them niggas. Johnny Manziel, and I'm not Tim Tebow. Johnny Manziel and Baker Mayfield, right? They had the attitude with him. But they also was going crazy. I think they both won the Heisman, right? Mm-hmm. Bro, Shador didn't win the Heisman.
All right. You made a point.
Who else?
No, but you want to see who got drafted before him?
Shador?
Jackson Dart got drafted first round.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I get it.
So when you put it in that context, and then you're saying Jackson Dart, because you're talking about talent, his talent is better than Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
But Jackson Dart got drafted first round. My man's went 5th round.
I get it.
So when we're talking about it from that standpoint, not trying to move away from Angel Reese and things of that nature, and then also Angel Reese ain't as bad as niggas are trying to make her out to be. She went 12 and 17. She's more of a Dennis Rodman than a Jordan aspect.
But she make herself like you hear herself that she LeBron James.
But she not scrub. You know what I'm saying?
Not a scrub at
to
all.
get 17 rebounds, bro, in a game where you have Cardoso coming from Stanford, who was supposed to be the second coming of Brittany Griner. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's still doing something. Now, here's the one thing I'll say about Angel Reese, and they might drag me for this. The reason why Caitlin Clark, I think you don't hear more about her is because
she plays basketball, and that's it.
And that's it.
Angel Reese got so many other things going on outside of basketball, and you know the world hate that. I'm not hating on that, but we know the people like.
That's the only thing that I was saying, because she has a podcast. She's more vocal. She's out here. She's outspoken, things of that nature. Those are the things that I'm like, okay, again, like we say, if you know the game, play the game. You know
but your talent don't supersede what comes with you. Deion Sanders did music. Shaq did music, right? Deion Sanders, I think Shaq might have he don't have a Grammy. No, Shaq, like, he got.
He had Kazam and all them joints.
Like, he did numbers. But guess what? Their talent superseded all of that. Deion Sanders is a perfect example, bro. He talked, niggas hated Deion Sanders. But why I loved him was why? Because he talked shit and he got on the field and was like, yo, I can't believe he really said he's going to get a pick up, and he did it. It's crazy. Angel Reese, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to step it up a notch.
Now, what is step it up for you, though? I really want to ask you this question. What is step it up for me? Because
that's a separate conversation. Personally, with all due respect, I don't give a fuck. I don't care that much. I could do without this conversation. I don't care that much. I'm just saying the people. So I can't answer that question because I think she's talented. I think she's cool in her podcast and how she's dressing. I don't care. Like, I don't care. But I can see how other people care. That's it. I don't give a damn.
No, because the reason why I asked that question is because, again, 12 and 17, she didn't score. But talk about effective on the court, 17 rebounds. Now, is she Asia Wilson? Again, Asia Wilson is somebody that's a dog that doesn't get talked about like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why he said Asia Wilson is face of the league. Asia Wilson had 31 and 16 or something like that the last game.
So, I don't know. I think, bro, you doing what you got to do to have a brand. You got to accept what come with it. That's it. Like me. Shit,
So back to the original conversation
of
RG3 and Ryan Clark. So we don't get too segued. Your take on it is?
I don't think that response was called for. That's
from Ryan Clark.
From Ryan Clark. I think it was distasteful. Like, when I heard it, like, mind you, I heard that first. I didn't even see RG. Like, somebody sent it in the chat, and I'm like, I'm confused, bro. Why we make everything about race? So I'm like, you know what? Let me stop and let me listen. I went to RG3 response or the video, and I didn't hear nothing about. I didn't hear no racial stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I didn't get it. Like, bro, what does his wife got to do with anything? Like, it sounds like you got that take from your wife, bro.
Okay.
It sounds like your wife was in the background. Like, I know he and his wife in the back. That's what it sounds like, bro. And he's like, you know what, babe, I got you. Let me go handle this.
I think it's a conversation of the. We'll put a pin in it here.
Do we need to get fired? No.
Ryan Clark does not need to get fired.
He
just like RG3 don't need to get a job off of this.
Yeah, no. Yeah, hell no. No, bro. Like, RG3, you got fired because your take sucked. Okay, cool. I don't think this was as bad as one, but you got fired. You doing it from up your crib. Keep doing it.
Yeah, you got 19.5 million views on your last video.
Yeah, RG3. Ryan Clark. Yeah, it was distasteful, but Ryan Clark is really good. Let's not get it messed up. Like, that's not. And I want people to understand because, and that's what the world. I feel like people can't have what's now, and it got to be forever, always. I think people can't understand.
Like, I could disagree with you for a season.
Yeah, like, bro, just because that was distasteful don't mean I don't like Ryan Clark. Like, his takes are great. Like, he top tier with this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like him. I mean, I like him.
Ryan Clark cool.
I like him and Acho. People don't like Acho. I like both of them.
See, I was gonna play Acho's clip, but Acho kind of talked about it too.
I like them too. But you know, I don't think he should get fired from this shit. No, like he contributes some good things, and he got paid not too long ago, which he deserved. So I don't know. He ain't getting fired for what? And I am athlete. I'm not even on ESPN.
You know, pivot.
Yeah, the pivot.
Yeah.
I'm not even on ESPN. What are you talking about? Why would I lose my job?
You know the mouse, boy. They're very.
And no, what I will say though, coming back, I'm sorry, that was a corny response from RG3 because he tried to insinuate he should lose his job. Like, why are you even bringing up ESPN? That was corny. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not here to listen. I'm not here to take nobody's side. I'm on the side of what's right. Did you see the response? He like, yeah, ESPN, you should. Why you talking about my job? Talk to me, nigga. Fuck you talking about?
You know who that probably was putting that battery in his back?
His wife?
Yeah,
I hope
exactly.
not. Now you definitely working for the man. Fucking house nigga. I hope not, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
Like, that's corny. Why are you bringing up my job? You fucking douche cornball. Like, why are you bringing up my job, bro? That's whack. Both of them was corny. Both of them.
You got
corny
two black
ass.
men pitting up. It's a minstrel show at this point.
Yeah.
God damn. We lose as our community. But anyways, that's really it. You got any other topics or anything you want to talk about? How long we been recording, 7? About an hour 30. Damn.
Nah, man. Nah, it's not an hour 30 because you got to take some off.
Yeah. You locked in.
We good?
We good.
We have anything else? Sure.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Clarissa Shields.
I really don't have a take on that.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I don't even know if we keep this or not. We'll see. I'm gonna be on vacation, so I don't care. She is emotional, bro.
Keep this.
Yeah.
I'm sending it. I'm taking
just saying,
it. I uploaded it.
She's super emotional. Remember how I reached out to her for an interview?
Oh, hell no.
And she was like,
We're going to take this out.
put this on Patreon. She was like, do you know who I am? Duh, nigga, that's why I reached out to you. Like, what's up with these people? Like, y'all be emotionally driven, and now you see it. Like, Remy Ma just dropped the video, and now your response video is you boxing.
That's
like,
what she did?
Yeah, she dropped another video of her boxing, shadow boxing with Pat. Like, y'all be wanting attention. Like, this celebrity shit be fucking goofy. And everybody want to be a real nigga. Y'all not real. Y'all playing a game too. Y'all niggas is cornballs. Everybody was like, this shit is fake. You the fake one. You a part of it. Like, y'all be having so much to say. Y'all part of it.
I ain't read into that situation.
I'm tired of this. I'm not holding back on these niggas.
Oh my God.
I don't care.
Patreon exclusive.
I'm tired. Like, she gonna go up in the Breakfast Club, talk about, like, Remy Ma came out like, yo, my nigga, tell him sign a paper. I don't give a damn.
You really think that's it?
What?
That's all that she wanted the situation done with? She
Of
over
course
it?
not. Man, she a woman. Of course not. Like, listen, I'm not on nobody's side. I don't want nobody to think I'm on that side for a second. I'm not on none of y'all niggas' side. Like, I'm not scared of y'all. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Fuck
This
y'all.
nigga said, I'm on my side.
I'm just saying, like, nigga think I'm on one side. Nah, I ain't on nobody's side. Like, I'm on the side of what's right. You know what I'm saying? Even Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, all that.
Oh, Jesus. You just threw that in there. Huh? Nigga said, we going to get to all the topics
all
in there.
that shit in
Fuck
there.
it. Let's call it. We canceled. This was the title. We canceled.
But no, man, fuck it. I'm not on y'all side. I'm not. Fuck y'all. But, yeah, man, I feel like, I don't know. We can get out of here, bro. Let's get out of here. We out.
Nah, you brought up Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Man, I'm going to just put that conversation to bed, bro.
Yeah, no, I just think I want justice for who deserves justice. So if he really didn't shoot her, no, he don't deserve to be locked up. And if he shot her, his little short ass need to be locked up in jail. I'm sorry. You can rot behind bars. You know what I'm saying? Like, not rot, but like, yeah, if you shot her, stay there. You know what I'm saying? But if he didn't know, why we want to wish bad for people that don't deserve bad? What's wrong with y'all? People be the devil in real life. Like, people be just be, what we say? Yo, you gonna love this. People be woman's woman. You don't have your own fucking opinion. You just agree with it because a woman agree with it.
Girl.
You just a woman's woman. You don't have your own opinion. You just agree with it because the woman agree with it. Hey, nigga, what the hell is wrong with y'all, bro?
We're not 1% better this episode. We took 2% back. We'll try again next episode.
Everybody jumping on the Megan's train, like, but also I do understand Megan. I understand it's frustrating you, but guess what? It's going to be frustrating, baby. Like, this shit is real. Like, it's going to be frustrating.
Now you got a man that's fighting for his life. He's saying that he's innocent. He's still holding on to that.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, nobody knows the truth but the people that were there.
Yeah, facts.
And that's the sad thing. It happened in the car. The driver was there. The bodyguard is coming out saying things of that nature. But in my mind, like, this happened in what, 2020?
Mm-hmm.
5 years later. It's unfortunate. I just pray that, again, there's trauma on both sides. I pray that they get the healing that they need to. And if he is innocent, like you said, bro, did he get the justice that he deserved?
Facts.
Because don't want to play this card, but I can't put all our trust in this justice system.
For sure.
Because we've seen them get it wrong.
For sure.
So I just pray that they got it right this time, and if they didn't, that he gets a shot at whatever.
Yeah.
But
Prayers for all of them, man. Megan, Tory, all of them.
Oh, praise for Clarissa Papoose, Remy Bob.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, hell yeah. That breakup shit is real. Hell yeah. Nah, man, we out, man. Let's get out of here.
1% better.
Mr. J. Hill.
Alexander Blanc.
Right, we out.